They do all of our projects. They do a ton of ADUs. So they're submitting those plans with the intention of getting them approved very smoothly because they have the experience and they know what the plan checkers and the building and safety techs are looking for. So if you're going through and prepping your file correctly, yeah, 5 to 6 months is very typical to what to expect in a city like Redondo Beach.
I remember when we were just getting ready to submit, it was like, how long is this going to take? And your words were turned out to be very true. We're going to go probably 2 months where we're not going to hear anything. And then we're going to get our first set of revisions back. And then it'll probably take 2 to 3 weeks to work through those. And then we'll probably get one final little set, the one or two things they missed. And then from there, it's 2 or 3 days to kind of get through that. And then hopefully we should get building permit. And that was pretty much it. I would say, just off a day or two here or there.
Yeah, my crystal ball isn't always perfectly polished, but that we do what we can there. But one of the things you talked about was that 60-day mark. So part of the legislation that was signed in 2001, it's been reinforced as it's been amended since then, is the cities have to respond back within 60 days. Now, oftentimes what you get is a denial or a set of conditions that you have to meet in order to get it approved, but you have to get a response within 60 days per the law. So you're going to get your first set of response back fairly quickly in that 2 month period. And then it's up to your team, your architect, your general contractor, your engineers to get those turns made as quickly as possible, get them submitted, and then go from there. And we aim for two rinses through the washing machine. I probably say on average we end up with three. You have your big first one, a couple of things in round two, and then some plan checkers are going to find that one little thing that's going to make you go through round three, and then you go from there and get it signed.
Speaking of plan checkers, I know we don't have that many here in Redondo.
Yeah.
Is it just two that we have?
We have two inspectors, two field inspectors. I think, I believe there's also two, there might just be one building and safety tech that is reviewing all the drawings for Redondo Beach. I believe there might be two. And it's shared. I believe Redondo shares with no, Hermosa and Manhattan are on their own. So I think Redondo is just on its own with itself, and it's a very small office. But what's also really neat about Redondo is about maybe 6 months ago, Redondo went all digital. So everything, all the interactions with Redondo are electronic. You submit electronically, you do your plan checks electronically, you pull your permit electronically. Where a lot of other cities, I'm driving down to City Hall and I'm meeting with people face to face. In Redondo, it's all digital, which is good and bad, but it's just a different environment that you work in. And overall, the past 6 months have been very, very smooth now as we've worked through that in the city.